So welcome on board the Air Canada 787 Signature Class. Just a 6-hour flight tonight over to Dublin, Ireland. So here's the thing. Well, hello and welcome to the Air Canada Maple Syrup Maple Leaf Lounge in Toronto, Canada. And tonight we're taking a ride with Air Canada on board a Boeing 787 Dreamliner in business class. Well, we haven't even got on board the aircraft yet, and already Air Canada are really not setting me very high expectations. Our connecting flight into here from Atlanta was 4.5 hours late because they hadn't got any pilots to fly the plane, which was a bit frustrating. And we got stuck down there for ages, didn't we? We did. And it was just handled really badly. There was like nobody anywhere, and we kind of put it down to the fact that they were stressed because there's not many people, well, there was actually a lot of people flying, but there wasn't many staff around to help anybody. But then we got to Toronto and we ended up sitting for another 30 minutes on the ramp before they even taxied onto the stand because they hadn't got any ground crew at the airport to disembark people off the planes. After a 4.5 hour delay, we had another half an hour waiting outside, didn't we, before they let us park the plane, or let the pilots park the plane onto the stand. So yeah, not doing too great so far. Fortunately, we do have quite a hefty connection here, and it's left us, because they're only saving grace, and it's left us with 3 hours here at the Maple Leaf Lounge to sit and chill for a bit before we take tonight's ride over to Dublin with Air Canada on the Dreamliner.
Let's hope it goes a little bit smoother.
Let's hope so. I've got high hopes, Air Canada. Come on, we can do this, guys. They're not that bad, are they?
Called High Hopes.
High hopes. Yes, you don't want to hear me sing. Let's go.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, hang on, let me do that again.
Hang on. Cheers, guys. Let's go and get the plane. Right, so we're on our way down to the gate. We are an hour and 5 minutes delayed, so it wasn't quite as smooth sailing as I was hoping, but never mind. We're heading down to the gate to get the Air Canada Dreamliner across to Dublin.
Tonight's ride across the Atlantic was this Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner, delivered new to Air Canada in October 2017.
So I'm here with a fellow passenger on Air Canada Flight 800 tonight, heading to Dublin. Are you looking forward to the flight, Samuel?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. Another fellow passenger, Annalise. Or Anna. Are you looking forward to the flight?
No.
No? Well, there we have it. 50-50 split. Half are looking forward to it, half are not.
Actually, 75% do because I've got 200.
There we go. More live news at 6, which is Noel Phillips.
Yeah, my attempt at a Kay Burley impression complete. It was time to get on board our ride for the evening.
Perfect, thank you very much. 6, 7 and 8. So I'm down the left. Right, so we are 6 and 7 A, D, G and K. So
A and D are on this side,
okay.
A are on this side.
Alright, perfect, thank you.
Air Canada's Dreamliner's in this comfy 1-2-1 configuration. They use the same BE Aerospace Super Diamond seats found in quite a few business class products with their own subtle twists. My home for the night, seat 7A.
So welcome on board the Air Canada 787 Signature Class, they call it apparently. They're business class products here on Air Canada, and it's pretty nice indeed. Quite a lot of leg room here, of course, flatbed and everything, as is standard in business class on most airlines. Nice big TV there, which we'll look at in a little while. Storage down here. And we've got the standard USB port, 3-pin plug, all the rest of that. I mean, you've seen enough of these videos now, you know what it's like. In that pot there. Bit of a light there. Oh, the seat controls as well, which are just here, which is pretty cool. It feels quite spongy, this seat. I wonder if it's one of those where they do that weird mattressy sort of massage thing that you get on a lot of business class products. I will try it out in a little while. Plenty of storage anyway. We've got more storage down here. More storage down here, and even more just down here. and it's very nice indeed. Just a 6-hour flight tonight over to Dublin, Ireland. So looking forward to it. What else we got around the seat? Let's have a look. Travel essentials du voyage. I don't know, we'll look at that in a bit. And loads of bedding as well. Like we have half of Bed Bath & Beyond here in the in the footwell, ready to make a nice comfy bed for later in flight. So yeah, nice and comfy. Looking forward to the ride over to Dublin. Right, let's have a quick look inside this travel essentials pack, essentials de voyage. Let's have a look. And I'm going to pop out my little tripody thing on there, and we're going to have a look at what's inside this. Hang on. Right, oh, there we go. We have it's an Amenity kit that we'll go through later. We have a set of headphones, maybe try them later if I'm not sleeping. And we have, what's the rest of this stuff? Look, Loris benzalkonium chloride wipes. Of course, always essential to get your benzalclomino chlorine wipes, whatever they are. And then we've got like a little pack signed personally by Dr. Jimmy Chung, the Chief Medical Officer of Air Canada. Containing a face mask. We got one of those, thank you. And hand sanitizer and other bits and pieces inside. Yeah, as is standard in a lot of airlines these days, they give you this little sort of COVID pack thing. So yeah, all good. We'll go through that Amenity kit in a little while because it's looking pretty good actually. Can't wait to go through that. Alright, so I'm going to go direct to my roving reporter in seat 7D. Rach, what do you think to the Air Canada Dreamliner?
What? Yes, it's better than the Virgin that you sent me on before.
I didn't quite hear what she said. Something about it's better than the Virgin laid splattered on the floor or something, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, there we go. From the peanut gallery, we have our answer.
Pretty soon the crew came around with the dinner menu, which seemed very well presented. Service tonight will be a dinner served after takeoff and breakfast before landing into Dublin. There was quite a decent selection of wines as well, which I made sure to note for later in the flight.
Sam's found the games. Found the games, Sam?
Yeah.
What are you playing?
It's called Caveman. It's like an arcade game.
Caveman, it's like a parkour game.
Arcade game.
Oh, an arcade game, okay. I know what an arcade game is. There you go. My hearing's shocking tonight, isn't it? Boarding complete.
For your safety and comfort, we ask that you pay attention to this short video. So join us as we explore all that Canada has to offer. Now then, place your feet flat on the floor and top of head against the seat in front of you. Or rest your head and chest into your lap. Grasp your ankles or wrap your arms under your legs. There are 4 exits located on each side of the aircraft.
Our route tonight then took us east out of Toronto to cross Quebec, New Brunswick and Newfoundland out into the Atlantic before coasting in over Western Ireland and landing in Dublin. Flight time tonight was 5 hours and 42 minutes, cruising at 37 and 38,000 feet.
So then, airborne from Toronto on board the Air Canada 787 Dreamliner, and I have to say I really do love a good Dreamliner takeoff. It's one of the smoothest aircraft out there on that takeoff. It's just incredible, and at night when you're flying out of a city like Toronto, you're seeing all of those lights spread out underneath you. It's just absolutely incredible. So we're now airborne, heading towards Europe now. Just come round with a glass of wine, which is very nice. Time to have a quick look at this Amenity kit. If I can figure out how to get into the thing. Oh, there we go. Right, okay, cool. What we got? Let's have a look. Collection of skincare essentials with a refreshing oil complex designed to elevate your travel experience. One of them. We got, I don't know what that is. A little cloth for wiping yourself or your things. Not for wiping yourself, that's just wrong. What we got in here? Oh, like a dental kit, a toothpick and all that sort of ramble. That's quite good. And of course we get a pair of socks. You always get a pair of socks. I've never once worn a pair of socks on a plane, but they're quite stylish actually. Air Canada, black and red, very cool. And of course earbuds and an eye mask, which I shall take full advantage of later on in the flight. So far so good. The crew have been really friendly, they've been really good with the kids as well, which is always nice when the crew are just so like child friendly effectively, looking after the kids, making sure they've got everything they need. It's all really good, really impressed so far. We are an hour and a half late, but it just seems to be a standard thing unfortunately with Air Canada, that you just have to pad your time in a little bit to make sure that you aren't disappointed when you are inevitably late, which is fine. So that's exactly what we've done. 5 hours and something back to Dublin now, waiting for my dinner, and then I'm going to try and get some rest. Alright, so dinner is served. We've got a nice starter here. Tuna, salad, bread. Let's see what this tastes like. Everything comes with plastic lids these days, which is alright. I dread to think how much plastic is being used since the whole COVID thing. Like, plastic usage was always such a big issue, wasn't it? About cutting everything down, being sustainable and everything else. And since COVID's happened, like, it's like that's all gone out the window and there's just plastic and more plastic. Anyway, rant over. Nice little dish of tuna. Trying to do this while holding my mic at the same time. Wait. That's alright. It's not bad. I've got to be quick because I was too busy filling in these passenger locator forms for the entire party, which I've just finished, and by the time I'd finished them, they'd finished their starters and were handing out the main courses, so get more awesome things about travelling during COVID. It's quite nice. Quite nice actually, this is. Very well presented. It's actually really difficult taking a nice arty-farty video of the food when you're going through turbulence and being bounced around. But anyway, main course is here, and we've got beef tenderloin and mashed potato. Oh, let's give this a go. That is lovely. That is so nice. Really, really good food. I'm enjoying this so far. The food's amazing, the crew are great, the seats are fantastic. The delay's an issue, but hey, it's not too bad. So yeah, having a really good time so far on Air Canada. Love it. Right, so bedtime. And I've put the bed down, it's in the flatbed position. It doesn't seem to be particularly flat. Unfortunately, it's not quite a lie flatbed as far as I can work out, which is strange because this is the Super Diamond BE aerospace seat that usually is a completely flat bed. It's kind of very slightly angled. It's still very comfortable.
and very nice to lay down on, plenty of room. Oh, my feet can stretch all the way forward and I can lay completely flat, which is nice. It's just interesting. I'm going to try and get some sleep now, so we've got about 4.5 hours or so until we arrive into Dublin. But see what sleep I can get on tonight's flight. But in the meantime, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Oh, good morning. I slept for quite a few hours actually, about an hour now until we land down into Dublin on the Air Canada 787, and yeah, quite a nice night's sleep. It wasn't the most comfortable. I mean, the trouble is, if you lay on your side, you sort of have that table there, which makes it quite tight, and down here, shoulder room is very tight as well. So that's the only thing, really. I don't understand why, because it's the same standard seat you get on a lot of aircraft, but it just seems to be a little bit tighter. But anyway, never mind. About just over an hour now till we land down in Dublin. It looks like an absolutely beautiful morning outside before we start our descent down into Dublin. Dreamliner, and it's a Dreamliner bathroom. It's a loo with a view. That's a like gorgeous Dreamliner engine, and it's a loo that's covered in maple leaves. So you can sit and look at your lovely maple leaves while you're doing your business. It's okay. It's alright. I mean, it's an airplane bathroom. I don't know why I bother doing these loo reviews. Let me know down in the comments if you still want me to do these, because literally I just walk into a toilet, show you a toilet and walk out of it. It's quite funny. So far so good. Yeah, just had my breakfast. It was all pretty decent. And we'll be landing in a little while down in Dublin. So here's the thing. People have been asking me to try Air Canada for the absolute longest time, and I've been wanting to fly on them for the absolute longest time too. So to get the chance to fly on them on this trip, well, I was really looking forward to it. And it's a decent product. It's not bad. I mean, it's got nice seats, it's got nice service and everything, but then I kind of look at it and I think, well, it's the same seats that's on 90% of business class products out there. It's the same seat that loads of other airlines have. The service, yeah, it's good, but it's standard business class service. There's no kind of wow factor necessarily about it. And the food as well was, again, it was good, but just, it was business class food, you know, and I don't know, this product doesn't seem to have the wow factor that a lot of other carriers have, particularly on the North American market. You know, you've got United with their Polaris, you've got Delta with their One Suites, even WestJet. I mean, they have got the same seat as this on their Dreamliners, but they offer a really cool selection of like Canadian cuisine. They've got like poutine and iced tea and things on there that set them apart. Air Canada, I don't really get the feeling that there is much of that. And I don't know, it's reliable, I suppose, apart from the delays wise, but the product itself is pretty safe. It's the same that you get on 90% of other business class products, but it just doesn't have that thing that sets it apart. And I think it would be so cool if they did. They've got so much opportunity to do that, and they just don't. And that's the thing, Air Canada do have a very good business class product, there's just no denying that. But when it comes to marketing, they have so much more potential to make it a truly Canadian experience and really set themselves apart from all the other airlines operating across the Atlantic. Now, what that wow factor is, I don't actually know, but what I do know is that, delays aside, they still offer a really solid business class product that rivals the best operating across the pond. My flight tonight was part of a round trip from Dublin to Atlanta and worked out at a cost of £622 or $858 which works out to a cost of 19 pence per mile. Flights during COVID have been very reasonably priced if you've been able to take them, but ultimately they're all starting to increase in price now as more countries open up their borders again.
Alright, you with me then, buddy? Merci, thank you.
Do you require assistance?
These 3 wheelchairs, please.
Yes, they're on the way, okay?
Perfect. Do you need us towards the top or?
They will be here.
Oh, they'll come down
Yes.
here. Okay, thank you.
As always, I'd like to say a big thanks to my patrons. You can join them at the link on the screen now for access to my WhatsApp group, live weekly Zoom calls with me, and much more.
Come on, AJ. No, I'm nice and tight. Follow Mummy in then. Thank you. Right, well here we are then, back at Dublin in Ireland. How did you find Air Canada, Sam?
Very good actually.
Very
We
good,
had
actually.
3 screens. One that was a full-on portable gaming console, the main monitor, and then you could control your seat with like a screen. Touch
You
screen.
control the seat with the touch screen. It's the best thing, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah.
So they were good. Let us know what you thought to Air Canada down in the comments. But in the meantime, we're off to the next adventure. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye for now.